Every time we had visitors, we managed to travel through this old Elbe tunnel, no matter really where we had to go. My father loved it so much. So like for many people in Hamburg, it really is a landmark that you want to visit, that you like to be in, and I'm proud to be part of the renovations. Here we have the vault tiles, which are the smallest tiles we have in one colour. And here we have the wall tiles, which are 7 different shades of grey, beige and yellow.
Nele Tewis.
I'm Nele Tewis. I'm a civil engineer and I work at the HPA as Deputy Project Manager for the refurbishment of the St. Pauli Elbe Tunnel. My working days are very different depending on where I work, whether I'm working from home or actually on site. On Tuesdays I work at the construction site. That means I also have my office near the construction site. Our entire project team works there. I usually go by bike if the weather allows it. And then, when I'm there, I usually check my emails first, and then we have our construction meeting on Tuesday mornings. It takes place once a week, and basically everyone who is currently involved in the construction work attends. For which part? There's always something to discuss on a construction site like this. There's always something that needs to be discussed. As the HPA representative, I often have to decide what to do. Do we do this or that? And that's what we discuss on Tuesday mornings. Okay, so definitely the next area from 400 onwards, yes? And then I usually go round the site once with the site manager to see how the work is progressing. Maybe have him show me any special aspects where something needs to be decided, or that I should simply have a look at. How far along are we from 400, from segment ring 400? How far have they got with the refurbishment? But these are the ones you haven't marked yet, right? Yeah, these are the ones I haven't marked. Okay, so he could theoretically continue here from segment ring 400, and if he reaches the limit there, then we'll go back to 300 and 400. Exactly, that's right. After that, I usually have appointments, which can take place both digitally and with the people who are currently on site, but then I also do desk work. We're talking about glazed porcelain stoneware tiles, 380,000 of them, and there are different types of tiles. There are the small arch tiles, if you can imagine them. Then there are the medium-sized 15 by 15 wall tiles, and then we have these skirting tiles. And the tricky part is basically that it's all glazed. It has to be porcelain stoneware, dimensionally accurate and frostproof. And the skirting tiles are solid-coloured porphyry tiles. Okay, thank you. The tiles are, of course, what everyone sees in the end and what characterises the appearance of the old Elbe tunnel. The tiles have already been replaced in the East Tunnel, and now, of course, it's our job to create the same appearance in the West Tunnel. This is the tile cellar. Various types of tiles from the old Elbe Tunnel are stored here. These are the wall tiles from the East Tunnel. These are the ceramic tiles with the depths and gradients. They'll also be reinstalled later. These are old green decorative ceramics that have been removed from the tunnel, restored, and will now be reinstalled in the West Tunnel after the refurbishment. An entire tunnel like this is a unique structure built back then and which we will hopefully make sure is restored for the next 100 years. I can actually work very flexibly, and at the moment I'm working part-time. I have two daughters who are 7 and 9 years old, and this part-time model that I have now is also very flexible. In all my years at the HPA, I've had very different working time models. A lot has always been made possible for me, just as it suited my private situation. I also have to say that this combination of family and work is very well accepted here. When both parents work and you have two children, it keeps you busy almost around the clock. When I have time, I do sport to balance things out. And we've also just renovated our flat at home. It's like a small private building site that I've managed on the side. But we've also done some of the work ourselves. So that's where I let the creative part of me out. It's also nice to see it finished afterwards and say, okay, we did that ourselves. So we've had this flat remodeling project and it's not quite finished yet. There are still things that need doing here and there, but I already know that when it's finished at some point, I'll need something new. And I also see it a bit like that professionally. I haven't decided what I want to do next, but I'm very open to new things. I'm also open to continuing my career, and I'm actually quite optimistic that it'll happen. Experience shows that as long as I do what I like doing, I do it well, and then it develops almost automatically. So there'll be a follow-up project and a follow-up job, and I can imagine a lot of things, just not ready being finished.